everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Wiley Show. We have a special guest that are joining us right now. Brandon joining us to talk about none other than Deion Sanders, football coach, and also because you played football. I want to make sure.
Absolutely.
Okay? Because you got your do-rag on, look like you ready.
I'm playing. I'm trying to get Deion right now.
So, Deion Sanders came and played, coach, Texas State, not Texas, Jackson State University. And so he left and he went to Colorado. And I wanted to hear your thoughts because a lot of African Americans have came out said he is a sellout, he is a coon, all stuff they were saying about Deion Sanders. Why is he leaving a historical Black university and going to a PWI, a predominantly white institution? Some people was coming at it, and you actually play sports. Like, what's your thoughts on it? Do you think he's a sellout? Do you think that the Black people?
Just to get my background a little bit, I would say so. Me coming out of high school, a lot of Black schools wouldn't look at me because I was nationally ranked. So everybody want to go D1. That's where the money is. You know what I mean? And it's a business. You got to look at Tommy Bowden, his son that coached for Clemson, Tim Bowden. They kept it in the family. You know what I mean? What's the difference with a Black father taking his sons on the elevation with him, taking them to the next level? You know what I mean? You got to look at the ratio of how many players at HBCUs, unfortunately, that don't get scouted by the NFL. Wow. That's really a thing because they don't have the exposure. They don't have the booster club. They don't have the money. They don't have the funding. You know what I mean? You got to also understand when Deion first got to Jackson State, he did have, remember the first game, he had somebody break into the locker room or something and stole this stuff in the midst of the game. But I'm supposed to be for y'all.
Okay. That's a good point.
That's what we're talking about. And that's the problem with our people when something's not tangible. They feel like we're getting away from you. Like let this man live. Let him grow. Maybe he set the example so that the next young Black dominant coach can come up and then go D1. Mm-hmm. Maybe he's already broke that mold. You got to allow the work to happen, man. And he the perfect. I feel like he the perfect example for that. He's one of the most dominant players in sports history. I mean, think about he's one of the only almost two-time athletes. You know what I'm saying? Play baseball, football. He's a brand within himself. You know what I mean? And then he's a God-fearing man. So, it's just one of those things. You can't win for losing. You always going to have the naysayers, the people
a lot of people would say, this Brandon guy taking up for a sellout. He must be a sellout as well. And all of that. And so people have a whole lot of things, to say. Me personally, I think I put myself in Deion's shoes. If I'm getting paid $300,000 from Jackson State University and I get an offer for about close to $5 million, you're going to go where the money is, really. You're going to go where the money is. And also better opportunity, even though Colorado State is one of the worst, it's not a winning team. It's a bad team. But again, I get what you're saying. It's the exposure of it. But do you feel like Deion should have stayed at Jackson State for about at least 3 or 4 more years until he actually can see his vision about the beauty to uplift?
Time ain't waiting on nobody.
Okay.
Time ain't waiting on nobody. You know what I mean? He know his clock. He know what he feel. People can't sit there and tell you from the outside looking, just stay in it a little longer. He know what he feel. Mm-hmm. The eligibility, people don't understand. Eligibility is your clock is moving once you start. From your first game. It ain't when I was there, because I remember I tried to transfer. I went to Texas A&M. And I remember at one point I was going to transfer to LSU. And it was back then, it was a double transfer rule. So I would have the same thing that happened with Cam Newton, which is my guy. So, which one of those things that happened was the double transfer rule was that if you was at a Division I, you had to go to a Division II school for a year or a junior school to go back up to D1.
Wow.
Right? So they don't do that no more. Just like they have the NIL where they can make money and all that type of. The game has changed, man. The game has changed.
So do you feel like when he made his shift that to the black community that the black community should forgive Deion Sanders? Because you have a sector of the black community, they're calling him out. I don't know if you saw the tweets on Twitter. They're dragging him. They
I
say
get.
you sold the people a bill of goods, and as soon as you got the first offer, you left out of Jackson.
Nah, man. You got to think like at the end of the day, I think that in my mind, you know what I mean, it looks as if it was a selfless act. I think that the money wasn't a thing. I think that it was part of it, but not as heightened as people are saying. I don't think that it was that dumb. The man already got money. He good. He stayed in the pits for 2 years. Ain't nothing in Jackson. Jackson is the country. Smack dab in the middle of the hood. I don't know if nobody ever went to Jackson State. You know what I'm saying? So why not praise the shit that he done already did?
Yeah.
Why can't we give a man his kudos for what he done already did? What's the thing? I'm sure he's not gonna leave them high and dry. He's still talking about doing things in the back end.
I think a lot of people, again, Jackson State, when I look at Jackson, the city of Jackson is in a hood, and they have the water crisis. So just imagine you can't take a shower, dirty water, yellow, brown.
Mm-hmm.
If you take a shower, it's going to mess up your skin and all of that. That actually probably made him like, man, why do I have to let my sons go through this? That we got to boil water or use bottled water.
But in the midst of it, he weathered the storm.
Yeah.
Nobody's talking. He weathered the storm. Mm-hmm. There's no obligation for somebody to do like it's just never enough. I just feel it's just never enough. And I just don't really see the gratitude on the back end, for what he's already doing, and just wanted to see another black man make it. You know what I'm saying? And his sons, and create that generational, growth, and you know what I mean, and a domino effect of what there's to come for African American coaches. Because he put a spotlight on it that was different. Ain't nobody else put that type of spotlight on it. People talk about it on ESPN, but ain't nobody actually stepped up and did it. Now Eddie George is in the HBCU. He's at Tennessee State.
Wow.
So you still got prominent people that are there. He did that. He started that domino effect. Let's not forget that.
When you look at all of this, do you feel like, because a lot of times people say, "Oh, Jackson, this is not real. It's not a real league. Go to you know what I'm saying? How can we make HBCUs, the league better to get the respect like these major leagues, like the Power Five, as they say? How what would it take for HBCUs to get on?
That's something that's going to take time.
Okay,
that's something that's going to right for right. That's something that's gonna take time. I remember when I went to A&M, I was wild. Mm-hmm. I visited, my first school that I signed to was Clemson. I signed an LOI with Clemson. You know what I mean? And then after that, it was like, no, I backed out and went to Texas A&M. And it was because I wanted to leave and go farther from Atlanta. You know what I mean? I wanted to go as far as I could. Clemson was only 2 hours away. I was like, nah, that's D1, but I'll still be close by the crib. I can still go holler and hang with my people on the weekend. But I wanted to be locked in, man. And I wanted to feel like I was in no man's land and I had that support to just grind. You know what I mean? And honestly, going to a D1, it's a different type of feel. It's different. It's going to take some room for HBCUs to get like that, but I do believe in it. And I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. It's parts of me, and I tell this to my friends all the time. When I used to see like they parties and hanging out and just the culture, man, the culture of an HBCU is so lit. You know what I'm saying? And I went to a, predominantly white school. So, that was the parts of me longed at and missed that part of it, like the culture essence. I feel like parts of me, but I just always felt like it would be a bigger high school. You know what I mean? I didn't feel like and everything for me was geared towards the next level. I've been playing sports my whole life. Everything was like, okay.
Because again, I believe HBCUs are very lit. Do you feel like the Black community that graduate from these colleges, that from these universities, do you feel like they have failed by not donating and giving back?
Absolutely. That's the difference. I think, well, I'm not going to say that's the complete difference. Because that's a domino effect. That's a whole nother conversation. You know, I'm in corporate now, so that's a whole nother conversation because they ain't paying us like they paying them. Hashtag, you know. But what we saying is that, you know, on the back end, I think that that does help though, because the thing is, what happened with the D1 schools is that we do have booster clubs. You know, I still get emails from my alums and stuff. Like any city that I moved to, when I was in Florida, there were Texas A&M alums there that I, you know, networked with.
Wow.
There's Texas A&M alums here in Charlotte. I live in Charlotte now. I just moved here, 3 weeks ago? You know, just moved here 3 weeks ago. That I can network with on that level. That will connect me with the right people that's in higher up positions. And, you know, it's just the network is not there. It's outside of Facebook. It's outside of I know somebody, and, you know, you got to put your money where your mouth is.
And I also feel like this, and I have to be real with you, and I was watching Roland Martin. He said people need to give. The alumni need to give, you know, at least $10 per check. And if you have 300,000 people, that's at least more than what you gave last month. Because a lot of HBCU presidents were saying that people are not giving. They're not giving to these universities. And so I don't know why people are so mad at Deion's leaving and going for a better opportunity when we don't invest in HBCUs. Now, I heard that a lot of people, they come back to homecoming, they get a hotel room, they get the liquor and all that. But on other times, they're not sending back the check.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I mean, like, even look at, everybody was wild when Diddy poured into Jackson State. You remember on the War Show, Diddy said, and guess what? It started this snowball effect.
Yeah, it did.
Of, oh no, I'm gonna match what you got. Because everybody want to be that guy. You know what I mean? So let's be thankful for, I mean, we still do have progress, you know, to make. And you know what I'm saying? But let's be thankful for what he did do. I said, let's not forget that.
And seeing you out in playing football, it have to been difficult to do that. And do you feel like, did you sense any racism when you were in college?
Oh wow. When I was in college, it was And it was different for me, and that's what it's different. So for me, I went to Atlanta Public Schools. If you know, literally, it's called Atlanta Public Schools, APS. Yeah, so I went to Atlanta Public Schools. My middle school was my mom's high school.
Wow.
So it's kind of like I'm from the hood, so it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like my uncles and them went to my same elementary school. Like it was a family affair. So for me, I had only went to school with black people. Me going to a 60,000 student university, George Bush Senior's alma mater. You know what I mean? Was a culture shock for me. You know, it was a culture shock, and I'm gonna be honest with you. When you're black and you're, I know at that, you know, in that particular motion and stuff, like when you're a black at A&M, I mean, at a D1 school, I'm just gonna say at a D1 school because A&M is a great school. Don't get me wrong, but you stand out. You stand out. You know what I mean? You stand out. They know you're either overly smart or you're an athlete. That's it. And one of the two.
You're one of the two, and a lot of people.
One of the two. And they would look at me. I would catch people looking at me, and you know, and you would catch the uncomfortable feels. You know, and that first year, I knew I belonged, like sports wise, but it was still uncomfortable for me going through that whole. You know, like my first class was a public speaking class, standing up in front of a class of 150 people, knowing my accent, knowing I'm from the South, knowing I got to, you know, it's you go through that type of stuff.
And I actually liked it. Really,
You play
really.
so much, man.
I get it. I actually like it anyway.
Yeah.
But I get it when you're around white folks. You, oh my God, I'm country. But I
Yeah.
actually love it. Do you appreciate your the way you talk now? Do you appreciate that now?
Oh yeah. So for me, what I do now, just to bring people up to speed, what I do now, I work in property management. Um, one of the largest companies, in the world per se. We have 1,600 properties around the world. That's part of the reason why I moved here. I have 2 properties here in Charlotte that I manage. And I've been with my company now for 6 years. But the cultural sense of my company is I don't hide my tattoos. I don't, I wear suits. You know that I wear suits, etc. But at the same time, I don't have to. There's an abundance of like be yourself, and I'm appreciative of that. When I hung around like our CEO, our VP, that's why I stuck with this company. Within my first 2 years, they honored me and flew me out, and you know what I mean. They made me feel that, because I'm not blind to what is, and I know what is out here because I've worked for other companies and I've been in that realm of things, and I don't feel like I'm exempt. Nobody is, you know what I mean? Nobody is. So
Absolutely not. And I hear you, and I've been knowing you for years. Uh, I've never seen you walk down the aisle and got married yet. So, do you got a boo? Do you got hoes? Like, did you settle down? Or
man, boo boo around. You say what?
you don't have a boo or anything?
Um, I would say this. I'm gonna say this. The more that you get in tune with yourself, the more that you separate yourself, and the more that you grow within yourself, the harder it is to date. Because there are things that you would accept before that you would overlook, and maybe like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
you can't.
Mm,
So what you do is you doing the work has now raised your standard with,
yes.
you know what I mean? Because you did the work. You did the work.
So you have to have somebody that would match your work ethic and match what you brought to the table. They have to bring something to the table other than
Absolutely.
they can.
Absolutely. And I don't want to harp on the financial sense. I
Right.
will harp on the more so the ambition of it.
The ambition
You
of
know
it.
what I mean? The ambition of I mean, because it's boiled down to it. You got to love on you to be something.
Absolutely. Very ambitious. I always thought that, I had a dream that you love. I always thought that you
Man,
love
you is terrible, bro.
that
What?
that you love white women. I don't know. Have you ever had a fetish with white women?
That I did what?
Have you ever had a fetish with a white woman? Like you never been with a white woman? Cause I sense that energy, Becky. When I look at you, I sense Becky.
Have I ever had sex with a white woman? I've had sex with white things. Caucasian things, baby. So it's no shame in my game. I've had sex with Caucasian things. You know what I'm saying? I'm very, as I'm very, across the board. Just I'm a free spirit. So
Very, very, very free spirit. And when I look at you, I've never seen you on reality shows. I know you was getting offers to do that. You
yeah,
declined it. Why? Because it's so many
it's
shows, Signal 23
it's
TV.
just too gimmicky, man. I
Oh,
feel like for me, so my degree is in marketing.
uh-huh.
So for me, it's kind of like it's too watered down. And then on the back end, you got the people with the Zeus, with the YouTube, with the, you know what I'm saying? I literally look at these, it's funny. And I'm be like, I can't, that's not me. I can't relate.
Oh, you can't
That's
relate.
not me. And a lot of times people get that idea of I would say if you like the same sex or if you bisexual or something like that, like you one way. And I just can't relate. You know what I'm saying? Most of my friends are straight, because there's times that I come around, I do feel like, oh my God, You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't necessarily what I get into. That ain't necessarily my thing. I just like standard normal people. You know, it's cool.
And I feel like you don't like you are a very masculine man, and you're single as of right now because you got to be conditioned and all that and all of that. So you're not horny anymore. So you're celibate right now.
Hold on, what's the press pause?
Okay.
How to rewind?
Okay. No.
You're like, I'm not horny anymore. Nah.
Oh, okay. Are you sure?
No.
Like, I just want to know where you at because you're talking so deep. Like, oh, you gotta catch up with me. You gotta do this shit. All it is. So
I have, like I said, relating to my earlier point, I have done the work.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I've done the work. I had a whole year while I was celibate, bro.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It was hard. But I didn't consciously go into that year saying, oh, I'm going to be celibate. I really went into that year of I was focused on work, gym, work, boom, mental, boom, spiritual. Like it was, I did the work.
Absolutely.
I got tired of the motions.
And because me, I'm now new. I just have a gym membership now. And I look at your body and I look at how you do it. And it's a lot of fat folks in the Black community. Okay, a lot of fat people. I gained some weight. So, what do you say to a fat person that say, you know what, I'm tired of being fat?
It's people hit me up all the time with that, man.
So, what advice? Because you have a body, you always in the gym, you're pumping that iron. I don't know if you do any steroids, but I don't know.
What?
I'm just joking, but no.
I'll be honest with you. I'm scared of that. Like,
okay.
I'm scared of that. Even when I was an athlete, man, like I set out a whole year because I wouldn't take like the shots and stuff like that because I didn't know what was going on because I had tweaked my hamstring.
Oh wow!
My sophomore year, and I wouldn't take the shots. I'm big on like sea moss, herbal, flood detox, and all that type of stuff. So like I don't really. My dad was a personal trainer. Me growing up, my dad was my boxing coach, football coach, that type of stuff. So I grew up in a household full of, and I'm the youngest. I grew up in a household full of athletes. Like all my uncles, my brothers, all them played football and basketball and stuff. So I seen it before me. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like
your DNA.
Yeah, it's just a gene. Like my cousins and everybody in my family plays sports. You know what I'm saying? So
back to the original question with fat people.
Yeah.
So what advice do you give to them? Because I know they hit you up and all of that.
I would say my thing is this: it's a mindset.
Okay.
It's a mindset. A lot of times, people take a picture of somebody else. Mm-hmm. And this is what I want to look like. This is what I want to look like. That's not you. We can get you to whatever your DNA allows you to do. We can get you as genetically close as we can get you to that point to where you love your. Because guess what? If I get you down to that size, you still may be like, I think I want a little bit more muscle. Oh. When you get down to that size.
Okay.
You don't really care for how it look for real because it don't fit you.
Okay.
It's always trial and error. It's always fine tuning.
Okay.
I still even do it. I still go through it. People are like, oh my God, I love it. I still go through it within myself. Every day is a process. Mm-hmm. I don't want to wake up and fucking go to the gym. There's days that I done got lit. They had a drunk night. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck that. Like, I'm about to lay here, bitch. Let me call me a date over. Hold up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm human. So, I mean, you're going to always go through. I go through those stages of, by the way, I got my marijuana card. But if I go through, if I smoke or something.
Yes.
I get the munchies and all. I'm a hood. I like pork rinds, man. I like skins, man. I still eat normal, man. Like, you don't have to stop what you do, but you do just have to manage it. It's all about managing it.
Because with me in the middle of the night, I get those pizza cravings. The craving of pizza, ice cream, all that. I'm good during the day. I'm drinking water, eating a piece of fruit. But at night, those cravings. It's like when you craving a man, it just like it hits me at night. I'm good all during the day, but at night it's like Pizza Hut or something. But now I see myself retooling my mind slowly. I haven't done it for about 4 days, and that's long for me. And now getting back in the gym, making it a lifestyle because I do want to be healthy. I do want a body, and I'm tall, and I want to be, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to be as muscular as you, but when you see me, like, damn, Wiley, I see you, bro. I
remember Skinny Wiley.
You remember Skinny Wiley, right? When I was skinny. And so I was just eating.
I remember Skinny Wiley.
I was eating, and then that time I always came my way because I was on the bus walking. You know, when you're on the bus, you walking, and then I would always go to the gym. Now, when the pandemic and all of that had hit, and now I just can't stop. And Uber Eats is the devil. All them apps is just the devil because it made it accessible for you to be at home, and you get and they at the door, ding dong, and you just order. And so, but it's really a mindset and stuff like that. It definitely can happen. I look at Monique as an inspiration.
Oh wow,
she's a big bone woman now. She's slimming down, as well. And that helps you economically. It helps you. It helps you with depression. It helps you with
my God, it's a domino effect. I would say, Wiley, it's a domino effect, man. Everybody has vices. Mm-hmm. Everybody has vices. Everybody has things that they overindulge in that they can't stop.
Absolutely.
I don't care who you are and what you do.
Yes.
Everybody does have vices. You just have to offset it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Offset it. For me, when I went on my binge, I had gained weight. I had gained weight. I had got to 230.
Wow.
I'm now. Well, I mean, it didn't look bad.
Of course not, because I wish I was 230. You making it seem like you was 3.
What I'm saying is that it wasn't like when you say 230, like, oh my God. No, it didn't look bad, but I wasn't in my, I had got a little grown man, little bill,
Yeah, I got the little purge.
I had got the little purge, and guess what I had to do? Oh no. Baby, we about to start going bike ride. Baby, we about to start taking detox. I don't care if I'm using the bathroom all day. This is going to go away. You know what I'm saying? This is what we're doing. Because
what gets me with you, Brandon,
you're
chocolate, masculine with a body. That is the full package. And so when I see you on Instagram, I say, he is everything. Oh my God, I need to see you when you coming to Dallas. Because I just see because you and not only that, you work in corporate America, so you're not OnlyFans. So when people see you, do you got OnlyFans? You don't have an OnlyFans. You literally in corporate.
And we ain't gonna need to talk about that because we ain't gonna need to talk about that. You go press pause on that because it's just different now.
Okay.
It's so different now, being that there's an inflection of it. It's just crazy because, like, in my time, you remember, I was one of the first original like boy in the pictures.
Okay,
that was on the flyers everywhere. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So it's just different now, and I'm thankful for people being on Only. I love it. Like, do your shit, but I just I'm not gonna go backwards. I feel like I've built myself up in the, to deviate from that. I love who I am corporately. I love who I am now. And I don't take anything away from my past. I'm not shy about my past. I've done too many interviews about it. But at the same time, I just would never go backwards. And, to be shown in my true light is to be where I'm at now. So
absolutely,
I'm thankful for where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? But if I was to do you bitches.
Oh man.
Listen, man.
You would make a lot of money.
Listen, it would be, and I'm not tripping because I listen, I already know. don't get me wrong, I've been tempted.
You've been tempted.
Oh, wow. What? I see some of the content and I'm like,
And your content with them because your content would be bad. I would be subscribing if it's $29.99. I'm gonna be on there looking. And I'll be saying, did he
Nah,
get
that's love though.
like you don't want to get into that, and I understand. I
Nah.
understand it. I want to switch gears really quickly and talk about Tory
Yes, sir.
Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion. I don't know if you heard about Megan Thee Stallion got shot by Tory Lanez
Yeah.
and all of that. I want to ask your
I was
opinion.
on your show, remember?
You on the show.
We had the panel. This was when I was in Tampa. You remember I was standing on the
Oh
water?
yeah. Right.
Water, yeah.
So do you think as years have passed, do you think that Tory Lanez is guilty or do you think he's innocent? They go to trial next week. So what is your thoughts on all of that?
I don't think nobody know but them.
Okay.
I can't really say yeah or nay.
Okay.
I'm not. I like both of them in their own right. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of them. Like nobody know but them. Nobody don't know but them. You know what I mean? That's just one of them things. So I can't really say left or right. I would be hopeful that Megan ain't lie.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I would be hopeful that it don't line up as another scandal of somebody lying. You know what I'm saying? But
what this is me. I believe that Tory Lanez is guilty. I believe he's a short man, and short people are very mean spirited.
Oh my God!
They're very
as
mean.
a tall person, back up.
Short people. I'm talking about short.
5'10", back up.
Okay, short people they have that mean spirited. I have never met a nice short person. They are always mean, maybe because I'm tall. And so I believe he popped her in that she said something. Women have a smart mouth when they're drunk. She said something off the wall. He probably was flirting with Kylie and all of that, or flirting with Kelsey or whatever. And he just popped her. I don't think that he meant to intentionally shoot her. I just think the gun went off and it hit her. I do believe he's guilty. I do believe he needs to serve 30 years in prison for what he did. I believe he needs to serve 30 years. And if I was the judge and the prosecutor, I would fight really, really hard for 30 years. A lot of people were getting upset with me. They were saying, "Well, Wiley, what is this and all that?" I just listened to my gut. And one thing about my gut, it's gotten larger, but they have not served me wrong yet. Okay, my gut have not
crazy.
My gut, it's just I feel it in my gut that he's guilty and everything like that. And so just hearing this and seeing this in the news and how they trash Megan Thee Stallion, like at one point the community turned against Megan and trash you lied on a black man and all of that. And I'm like, this country and this culture of black women have the tendency of protecting problematic African American men. They have a tendency when it comes to a black man, black women will rally behind, even though he ain't shit, he's abusive, he's this, but they will rally behind just to protect that black man. What about that black sister? And I believe it, unless I see other evidence that come out, I would come out and I would say that he was falsely charged.
So you feel like they are the forgotten piece of the equation?
Absolutely. And so we definitely going to see about it. And I don't believe that prosecutors in this instant will charge Tory this high profile case in this big conspiracy. I just don't believe it. I have not seen the evidence. I believe Tory Lanez done it. And I also believe that Kelsey, her friend, witnessed it. And I also believe the security guard witnessed it. And we're going to see during the trial. But again, I feel for Megan Thee Stallion. And if I was with her, I would embrace her in a hug and tell my sister, I'm with you. I'm with you. And if she lied, I think that she needs to stop doing music. And I think her career should be over if she lied on a black man. Honestly, I don't think you should have a career if she should be completely canceled, right? She definitely needs to be completely canceled and everything like that. So we will see about this. And then also you have bloggers that want to sleep with Tory Lanez because Tory Lanez, I heard he have a big size peen. Don't ask me how I know it. That's what I heard. Word on the street. He have, short people have big peen. Even skinny people have big peen. That's what I heard. And so this blogger, she really want to sleep with Tory Lanez. She's upset. He's innocent. He's innocent. He ain't doing nothing wrong. And this same and I'm like, you just want to sleep with this man. And so she would talk to the daddy and she interviewed the daddy because she want to sleep with him. She doing everything in her power to uplift this man because she want to sleep with him and just say that. Again, I just feel it in my heart of hearts that he's guilty. And then I guarantee you, and I'm saying it today, Brandon, and you hear me on December 7th, that Tory Lanez will be guilty. I feel it in my gut. I said the same thing.
Wow.
Kalen Walker, the Superfly artist, he was accused of raping all these women. He came on my show. Oh, Wiley, I'm innocent. I said, sir, I feel it in my gut. You guilty. Came out. He was proven guilty. So again, my gut has an amazing track record.
Say it again for the phone. Say it again. You say he's gonna be what?
He's gonna be guilty. And a lot of people, my radio, I see that black woman. She's a beautiful chocolate black woman, but again, she just want a short man for power and for a come up. Again, he's guilty. But I have to say this because it's a lot of people are part of that mob radio cult. And everything that she say, they believe. No, I don't believe everything that I hear. I say, well, let me question it. And let me look at the details. And I looked at Megan Thee Stallion's face. First, I was looking at her breast because she got nice breasts. But then I went up to her face. And so I said, I believe her. I believe that she's innocent. And I believe that she's a victim. And I do believe us, especially us as African-American men, they say, hey, no, Tory Lanez, you guilty. And I do believe that we need to rally behind our sister. And that's what I have to say about that. I know Brandon gave a very politically correct answer. Well, I don't know.
It's not about being politically correct. No,
they're there and they do it. But yeah, we really don't know. So yeah. I'm like, come on now. And he'll lick it up, and he'll probably I bring some.
I'm not gonna speak on something I don't really, you know what I'm saying? I don't really know about this. Like, I can't really speak on it. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, if it did happen, I wouldn't say. See, my whole thing is different. I wouldn't say give him 30 years. I say I know she got brothers, she got niggas, like, get them. Yeah. I can't say, like, I don't know.
Yeah, and so again, a court of public opinion. I'm only up because I wasn't in the car. I was not there. I was far away. I think where I was at when that went on. I think I was somewhere here in Dallas at home probably. And so I wasn't there, but I can only give my assumptions that is the rest of the public, and we will see about this. But if Tory Lanez were to come out and he have an innocent verdict and the jury say he's innocent, will that hurt Megan Thee Stallion's career?
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
Absolutely. I mean, you gotta understand. The trust is dead. The trust would be dead, man. Nobody ain't gonna believe in else. It's too many gimmicks and shit going on right now. I mean, we got Herschel Walker running for Republican. I can't.
I'm glad he lost. He was the worst. He was the one to black. I'm glad he lost.
I can't. But I'm just saying the fact that we got this type of going on, man.
That's the world that we living in.
Like it's I don't know what's next. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's next.
This is where we live in. I actually interviewed the youngest mayor in the United States, Jalen Smith.
Wow.
He actually 18 years old, the youngest mayor. He's mayor-elect, but he would be the youngest mayor in America. And so, so change is happening, even though we saw that Herschel Walker, but then we also have this good news that change,
on the back end.
Is happening. Have you ever thought to get into public service, to run for public office, or to get into that arena, or you just good selling buildings and selling people condos with your suits and your ties?
Stop,
about becoming a county commissioner, or
no. So part of my work was I like to do the stuff that I don't post. You know. You probably see me post here and there, like on a Thanksgiving or something, where I'm like giving out clothes and stuff like, you know what I'm saying? But that's not my thing. I don't really care to post stuff like that. But I did work with Karen Skyers while I was in Tampa. She was running for mayor there, Karen Skyers. And this at the time I was actually working Section 8 HUD tax credit properties at this time. Okay. And I was a regional for the state, so I was working for the state at the time. And I ran into her, real organic, met her mom and all that the same day. And they wanted me to post with them with the T-shirts. And it was just like, it just came back, you know what I'm saying? All right. And it really intrigued me. You know what I mean? To really to see it. Like they was out there really like hands on, you know. But I don't really get into the politics. I went to a political school. You know what I mean? I want to Texas A&M. I ain't really get into that's George Bush Senior alma mater. I don't really get into politics. I be feeling like I'll be honest with you. I do vote, but like most people, I feel like we fucked either way.
I feel you. I feel you.
Um,
I feel
and
you.
that's just my opinion. I'm not asking nobody to dive on that with me, but I just feel like we fucked either way. I feel like what's gonna happen. And I mean, like even the time that we're in now, a lot of things are happening now that didn't happen when Trump was in office.
Mm,
But that's not popular opinion. It's not that.
no, no. I actually hear your point. A
Just
lot,
being real.
a lot of African American men actually prefer. A lot of people were saying that with that as well. Actually, Trump probably would have won if the pandemic didn't happen. I think Trump would have won a re-election, honestly,
Just honestly.
because the country was doing pretty decent. Unemployment was low. I think he would have won, but he was telling people to drink bleach and all that shit, and that fucked it up and it injects.
I do think he sound crazy as fuck now.
Oh
I
yeah,
do
of
think he
course,
sound
almost
crazy.
definitely, almost
And I
definitely.
be kind of like, I kind of like laugh at the shit that he's. I be like, this motherfucker crazy.
He's very funny. Like Donald
Like, you
Trump.
can say that about it,
Donald
but
Trump is so funny. He is
yeah,
out of all presidents other than Obama. Donald Trump is funny. I watch his tweets, especially him on Twitter.
oh
I will
shit,
always pay attention to his tweets. The way he would be talking about Joe Biden, sleepy Joe Biden. And to this day, I believe that Joe Biden is very sleepy. Every time he do a speech, I fall asleep. I can't, he don't have that charisma. Donald Trump, for him to be an older white man, he still have that charisma to keep my attention because you
mm-hmm.
never know what he's going to say out of his mouth. And so,
Mm-hmm.
I agree. I agree with you on there.
I just be feeling like we fought. Now I would never. I mean, I'm gonna vote who I vote for. I would
Absolutely.
never be on
Absolutely.
that spectrum of shit. I do believe Black Lives Matter, absolutely.
Absolutely.
But I just feel like in the bigger scheme of shit, regardless of my vote, I do be feeling like we fucked either way.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, and then
I feel you, and I also feel that we as Black folks got to be more engaged because we have to get more engaged into this. My last point with you, because I know you are you're doing with your thing. You have not been caught any scandals. You're drama free. I've never seen you go on Instagram Live say, "Me and Shaman." I've never seen it out of all the years I've known you. Never got into the drama. How do you stay like you mind your business? You post, but you're not into the.
I mean, I would say. I mean, I haven't. I mean, I would say this. I don't really get into the. I don't really get into the back and forth. That ain't my thing. I'm one of the people that if you know Brandon, you know Brandon.
Absolutely.
So, I see you when I see you. I'm one of them people. I'm not gonna get into all that. You know what I'm saying? And I've done my thing. You know what I'm saying? People that's I had run-ins and stuff back in my younger days when I was in New York and the industry. Oh wow, oh Brandon got a 10. Oh wow, I've been in real life situations. So it puts it on a different perspective than me to be sitting here arguing with somebody so I'm not gonna do that. Unfortunately, I've been in real life situations with police, and I had 2-foot fractures at one point. You know what I'm saying? Because I got to fight with the police.
Wow.
And to see like that whole people getting killed and shit, it was like perspective for me. Like, nigga, I could have got killed.
Yeah.
So that was kind of like me going to court and stuff. Like I took my mom through that with me. You know what I'm saying? And I've been through real life things that wasn't, I'm not a tell-all type person. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how I was raised. My parents was married 37 years.
Wow.
I grew up in a household of like, keep your shit to yourself. And I let people know what I want them to know. I've never been one of those that I'm going to get into this with that part because I don't be feeling like that important for me. I really don't feel like peer. And it's not that I'm above anybody or anything like that. My best friend is my auntie who smoked crack for 30 years, bitch. So I grew up in the trenches. Like, I love real shit. I love organic shit. I love real people. And I'll just never be one to do shit for social media. If I got a problem with somebody, if I got, you know what I'm saying, some type of whatever, I'm not going to post on that. That shit ain't going to do that to make me mad. I'd rather, you know, when I see you, we're going to holler at each other. And that's just that. So, yeah. I'm not one of them. I ain't gonna do all the. That's the Bobby Light shit. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing the Bobby Light, man. We good over here. So
you don't do the Bobby Lights. I'll feel you on that. But thank you, brother, for coming on. I had your thoughts on Deion Sanders. You gave your input on that, and I definitely had to get your input on this whole Tory Lanez and and Megan Thee Stallion, brother. Thank you. It's been a while since you've been on the show. Cause I know
time, man. Listen, anytime you call, I call.
Yeah, every
you
time
know what I'm saying? You hit me up early. Hey, look, you see what state I was in when you hit me early. I'm like, bro, listen. And mind you, I had evictions and, you know, et cetera, all day. Like, my days are busy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in my business, I manage not just necessarily myself and my properties. I manage other people's lives, and people go through stuff in my team. You know, I'm dealing with young adults, 22, 23, that go through personal real life stuff. You know what I'm saying? That they come to me as their boss and like, hey, I got this and that going on. I may not be able to come. You know, I deal with all that type of stuff. So everything is just about management for me. And where I'm at. And I'm just only thing I can express, you know, through everything I've been through is gratitude right now. And so I always be able to, you know, come on your platform, speak to you, and holler at you.
And we got,
you know, the love is real. And I'll probably be in Dallas. I'll probably be in Dallas next month. One of my closest friends is on the Chasing Dallas. Robert Ray with the tattoos. Robert Ray, yeah.
The one with the tattoos with the kids.
Yeah, Robert Ray. Yeah, that's my little brother, man.
Yeah.
So, you know, you'll probably you know, I'm definitely gonna tip out there. Him and Tony O'Dell. Shout out to my little brothers, man, in Dallas, man. But I definitely be out there. I know my boys long time. Blood gang. You know what I mean?
Yeah. About thank you, brother, for coming on.
Yes, sir.
All right. Bye-bye. Oh man, it's good to have him on. And I brought him on to talk about Deion Sanders and all of that. Make sure y'all share this live because I gotta say something, get something off my chest. And it's about Milagro Grams. Share this live. I need y'all to like this video because she irked the last nerve of my body. Okay. She was on the live and I went on the live, and Brandon is a friend of mine. He's a good friend of mine. Been a friend for me for years, been on my show countless times, and we always chop it up, and I wanted to bring him on for that. But Milagro Grams irked my nerves, and I want to definitely dive into that because I was on her station head, and she was like, yeah, Tory Lanez, I don't believe that Megan Thee Stallion was shot. Yeah, Tory Lanez, he innocent, unless I see some other evidence otherwise. It is in the trial haven't even started yet. She's reading documents not from the trial. The trial have not started yet. And so I'm like, why are you so obsessed with Tory? Just because you interviewed the daddy, just because you talked to him on the phone and all of these type of things, why can you not hear another perspective? She won't bring other people on the show to have dialogue about you know, why Tory Lanez is guilty. I sent her an email and said, well, bring me on the show and I will tell you why he's guilty. Didn't want to bring you on the show. Because number one, he's a short, mean, aggressive man. He have a history of abusing people. Look what he did to August Alsina. Look what he did to the Prince from you know, Love and Hip Hop. So he have a history of being angry and being aggressive and being violent. And I also believe that he should be deported from this country. And so, because we don't need more violent people, we have enough violent people in this country. We don't need more violent people. And I feel like when she was on her platform, she was constantly talking about, how he is innocent and all of that. And then they put this man on house arrest because of his behavior, right? And if he didn't have the resources and a good attorney and good money behind it, he would be sitting in a jail cell. So I speak to the shame of the weak judge, a very weak judge. If he was in Texas, he would have been sitting in a jail cell waiting for trial. Okay, so I'm just saying that right then and there. If he was in Texas, he would literally be in a jail cell or waiting for trial. But they're being kind of light on him in California. That judge is very weak. In my humble opinion, very, very weak, because I do believe that Tory Lanez should have stayed on house arrest for the safety of it, for him not to be trying to hinder or interfere with the witnesses. We're going to see how this is going to play out. Again, the trial starts next week. We're going to see how this is going to play out in the courts. And we're going to report on this. And a lot of people were in my DMs, and they were saying that you need to cover this. 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 And then the neighborhood talk had a misleading post saying that the detective won't testify, but the detective won't testify for the prosecutor because he's been accused of domestic violence, and I got removed from his duties. But the judge said, okay, he can testify for the defense, and we will have him testify for the defense. So that was kind of misleading on the neighborhood talk part. But I understand why they did it, because it gives people the clicks, it gives people to interact. I get it, I understand. So we're going to see how this is going to play out on next week. The trial actually starts next week. Opening statement, starts next week. We're going to see how this is going to play out. My money that Megan Thee Stallion will get justice. And I feel like you are not a real black woman if you don't support Megan Thee Stallion. Something wrong with your womanhood if you don't support Megan Thee Stallion, okay? Because that could have been you in a car with Tory, and that weapon could have went off. And so we definitely going to see how this is going to play out. And I know a lot of people are saying, well, the judge know the truth. The judge is very weak. We're going to see how this is going to play out in the trial and stuff like that. And I do believe the jury is going to come back with a guilty verdict. All right. I like her, but when she start deriding Nikki and being a public defender for abusive men, I get so irritated. LOL. I agree, and I have that same energy with her because she gets so aggressive, defending abusive men. She did it with Kaylin Walker. This woman have showed, underage child P word, showed it to her audience on her Discord, showed it to the people, as well as Tasha K did the same thing, showed the Kaylin Walker video, showed it to their people underage. It was with a underage woman, showed it, didn't apologize. Anything like that. They just oops, okay, whatever. No, you did what's wrong, because they were so believing an abusive man. Even Tasha K was believing an abusive man. And I said, no, that man is guilty, and didn't have the sympathy for the victims. Malago Grams harassed the victims of Kaylin Walker, harassed them daily and saying, oh, they lie. Their stories don't match up, just harassing them, dragging them on social media. And then it came out that he was guilty. She stayed complete radio silence once that guilty verdict came out. But that's supposed to be her brother. She used to call Kaylin Walker her brother, and now Kaylin Walker is sitting behind bars. They're going to be serving at least 50 some odd years. Okay. And so that's just how that goes. And then people were saying, well, Megan Thee Stallion, she got the wrong charge. The state, ding dong face, the state decide what charges that Tory Lanez will get, not Megan Thee Stallion. Megan Thee Stallion is not the government. She is the victim. The prosecutor, I'm going to say again, the prosecutor gives out the charges of Tory Lanez, not Megan Thee Stallion. Okay. This is not Megan Thee Stallion versus Tory Lanez. This is about the state of California versus Tory Lanez. It's having nothing to do. So again, Megan Thee Stallion is the victim in this situation. All right. So I just want people to understand that you got to understand criminal. This is a criminal case. This is not civil. This is criminal. And the burden of proof, because what prosecutors have to show is beyond a reasonable doubt that their client, beyond a reasonable doubt that Tory Lanez is guilty, and it's up to the defense to create doubt. Only thing you have to just get one person to say not guilty. Only have to get one. They have to get somebody on there just to doubt it. Like, no, I got doubt. I don't believe he did it. So the burden is really on the state to prove that case beyond a reasonable doubt. And it's a good defense attorney. They just have to create doubt to give somebody on that jury pool, somebody on that jury to say, hey, he innocent. I believe he innocent. And so that's all they need on there for that. I hope she ain't. He need at least 200 years in prison. Most definitely, he need 200 years in prison. I'm saying this in my humble opinion. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I'm saying it in my humble opinion because that's definitely what he needs when it comes to that. Because again, we're living in a society where you have black women like Milagro Grams defending an abuser. Where are we at when we defended abuse? And Milagro Grams got black daughters. So you're saying that it's okay for your black daughters to be abused and just protect the abuser? Because that's what you're preaching. That's what you're teaching them. You're teaching them, oh, it's okay if you get abused, just protect them. It is what it is. Keep getting your ass beat and protect them. And we'll just protect them. 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 Like that's what you're teaching your daughters. That's what you're teaching. I don't know if you have a son, but that's what you're teaching your little ones, because that's what you're definitely teaching them by delivering that loud, boisterous content on your platform. Now, I may be blocked on your station. You may even call me out on the station. You may even try to drag me on station. But again, I'm definitely going to have my point across when it comes to this. And again, why is Tory Lanez not deported? He definitely needs to be deported. And I definitely believe if he get a guilty verdict, I don't even want him to be deported. I want him to serve hard time in the state of California, 60 plus years. Okay. All right. 60 plus years. All right. Who's really get charged for perjury? Hardly anyone ever. Milagro probably allowed that to happen in her relationship. And that's where she is. She probably in an abusive relationship and all of that. And she's a use of, because again, she wasn't raised by her mother and she was raised by her grandmother. And so, again, I think her mother was addicted to drugs. I could be wrong. So, again, her mother actually had an addiction. And no telling, because she rarely talked, maybe her father was actually beating her mother, or maybe her grandfather was beating her grandmother. We really don't know, but it's something in her childhood, something in her experience that thinking that it's okay to protect abusive men. So something in her childhood, something in her past make it seem like it's okay to protect abusive man. All right, something in there. Now I'm not saying all black men are guilty. I'm saying Tory Lanez is guilty. Okay, and I see what she's doing. She's singing his praises, and Tory Lanez love it because again, Tory Lanez and Milagro Grams made a deal. They made a deal that she's going to promote him, and if everything go right, we're going to do a show, and I'm going to give you some good old Daddy D. And so again, that is where she's at right now. She wants some good old Daddy D from Tory Lanez. And so again, she's going to continue to promote him. And then when people criticize, she blocks them, she cuts them out, she do all type of stuff. But what I'm saying is, either you're going to be for, women's rights or not. You be for it. Okay? I'm just saying. All right? So I'm just going to give my opinion. And so the podcast never happened. Tory Lanez never did that. He lied to her to dangle her a carrot. And so now he's just dangling a ping And I guess she said, "Oh, I can just really, really sleep with Tory Lanez and stuff like that, and he can get me pregnant, and then I can be on child support, and then I'll have to scream and beg people for 10, 15, 20 bucks to donate to my Cash App, PayPal, and all of that." So that's what he dingling that diggling in her face, and that's what she is definitely on the side of Tory Lanez. I'm saying it with a heart. Okay. So we're gonna open up the phone lines, you guys. I'm gonna drop the number in the chat. It is what it is. Okay. Also, let me drop the number. Give me a second because I know y'all want to call in. All right. Give me a second. Okay. I was checking the time. Okay, it's not 9 o'clock because I didn't want this line to be too late because we got so much content to do tomorrow. So I didn't want this to be like a long, lengthy line, but we're doing good with the time because it's not even 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock Central Time. I know it's 9 o'clock on the East Coast side. Excuse me. So moderators, we're gonna post the 646 number. If we got any moderators in the house, it's 646-716-8447. So that's what you are. We are on that number, 646-716-8447, 646-716-8447, 646-716-8447. Okay. And then we definitely gonna get into Cardi B. I just want to make sure I boot up the lines and make sure it's working. Because when I get into Cardi B, okay, because I want to make sure, because I definitely want to dive into the Cardi B piece, because child, that was a hot mess what she did, a hot stinking mess.
So your show now, press 1.
Your show is scheduled to start in 26 seconds.
Okay, give me a second. All right, she did a hot stinking mess. Let me see if I can find that video. Let me see, because I know I saved it because she talked about the surgery.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
Okay, and then she also, man, I wanted to get into what she talked about the surgery. I can't find it. But what she said is that she had to get some butt implants removed and all of that out of her body. And that she talked about she missed her chest. She had to get the implants or the stuff removed from her butt. And then now she's saying that she have to go, that she have anxiety of not releasing music. And I'm going to dive into that because, again, this woman has continued to lie to the public. Lying to the public because she had to get the butt shots, right? And she had to get that removed. And I want to pause right there, then we get into the music. Then we get into the music piece. I want to pause right there, then we get into the music piece. This is where I tell people that when you lie, because Cardi B did a video, literally you can still see the butt uneven. It looked terrible, right? She still don't have all that stuff removed. And if they removed it, they did a terrible job. And I'm saying it in my humble opinion, because Cardi B didn't need to get the work done at all. And I could just imagine the smell, the pus, being around your man, and you have to get surgery done to your butt. I could just imagine the smell, the pus, the galls, patching it up and stuff like that. That have to be so disgusting for your man to sense that. Like, oh my God, that's so disgusting. I would have to divorce, you know what I'm saying? My wife will have to put on a hazmat suit because the oozing and stuff that come out is just disgusting and all of that. And then she made it seem like, oh, it ain't really that bad. It ain't really like, no, child, you get all that work done, and now you're trying to make it seem like it ain't that bad. Your body looks disgusting. It does. It looks very disgusting. And it doesn't even make any sense because you didn't even need to get the work done to your body and stuff like that. It just looked very, very disgusting. So this is why, Offset cheats and or do all the type of weird stuff he does, because look at her body. You know what I'm saying? It's extremely big and it's extremely disgusting. I know people ain't gonna like what I have to say, but these are just my thoughts. These are just my opinion. And a lot of y'all come on y'all Barty gang, and she looks disgusting. And then you know what I'm saying. And then she didn't learn from Lil Kim, and Lil Kim looked disgusting. Her body is just like a oversized ant. Like, come on, like this is what I'm understanding. Like, Lil Kim laid the groundwork of what not to do. And it looked like Cardi B just ignored that and said, hey, I'm just going to ignore this. I'm still going to deal with her. I'm still going to work on my body. I'm still going to get these butt shots. I'm still going to put this concrete in my body. And then when you get sick, and then when you go through in your body, then with your blood pressure all up and down, now you're ready to remove it. It just don't make any sense. Okay? It just don't make any sense. All of the surgery did not make any sense. And I'm just being 100% real because she didn't need it. She didn't need it. Okay? And then people will say, but Wiley, why do you care about a black woman, what she does, or a woman, because she's not black, I don't think, what she does to her body? She's a public figure. She's putting that botched body on the internet. So she's making it my business. You're making it my business. You can't say, oh, why are you talking about a woman's body? You're making it my business. You're putting it out there. So you can't get mad when I talk about it. You got the uneven body, the lopsided body on the internet. It is what it is. I thought about doing something really quickly on my TikTok. I'm talking about my weight loss journey. So I wanted to take my shirt off and do a dance and then bounce up do a dance, on my TikTok. And then I thought about it. I said, people are going to use a lot of nasty words. They're going to see the stretch marks on my body, and they're going to use a lot of nasty comments. So I said, I decided not to show that, because I already know what the people are going to say. They're going to bombard my TikTok with a bunch of nasty comments. So I would not decide to take off my shirt to do a dance and all of that. I'm just not going to decide to do it, because I already know, and if I do it, it's going to go viral, and people are going to screen record and all type of stuff. So I'm just definitely not going to do it. And so again, but I'm definitely not going to go and get a BBL or get that surgery and all of that. No, I'm not going to get a weight loss surgery. We'll do the hard work by working out and do what you're supposed to do by working out in the gym. All right. So again, now let's get to her music, because it's something that I want to say what she said about the music. She said that Cardi B reveals that what is actually stopping her from releasing new music. Damn, this is what my boy was talking about. If Pharrell was saying it passed, I hope she can get to like music and do things she wants. I want to read that article. I don't know why they won't post the article. I guess we have to go to the website. Let me see if I can find that article, you guys. Okay, news. Let me see. Where's Cardi B? Where's Cardi B? Where's Cardi B? Do anybody got that article from XL? Let me see. I'm trying to find that article on XL. If anybody, is it XXL? Where's Cardi B? I don't see it. Because it was the Cardi B one. Oh, here you go. Okay. So Cardi B admits what is stopping her from releasing new music. Cardi B recently told her fans why it's taking her so long for her to release music for her sophomore album. On Tuesday, or December 6th, Cardi B hopped on Instagram Live to speak to her followers and ended up opening up about her 4-year hold up on a new LP. I do have anxiety, Barty revealed. I've been having a lot of anxiety because I know right after I drop my album, I have to go on tour, and I have bad separation anxiety from my kids. Bunch of bull crap. She continued, when it comes to music, I just be feeling like I don't be liking it. Anything. I feel like I got so many songs, I just don't like nothing. Like nothing is good enough. I got so much effing money saved up. I'd be like, yeah, whatever, the F. Cardi B in the recent $1 million show reminded her, and she loves to perform, but second guessing herself music wise have turned the once fun occupation into a chore. Every time I perform, something wakes me up and I remember why I do this because I love this. I love to perform, she added. I used to love to make music, but now making music to me has become a job that gives me anxiety. Everybody just critique everything that I do. That is just like sometimes you just don't want to do something the way that may give you that much anxiety. I just be freezing myself. And it's been over 4 years. Listen to this, you guys. It's been over 4 years. Been over 4 years. Been over 4 years since Cardi B released a Grammy winning debut album, Invasion of Privacy. Since then, she put out singles including the Megan Thee Stallion WAP and Up has yet to produce her second LP last month. She reacted to criticism from fans who complain about her not dropping the album or going on tour. Cardi B speaking of her album and some reasons why she haven't dropped yet. Okay.
I'm just a mom. Because I'm just like a mom, and I do have anxiety. I've been having a lot of anxiety because I know right after I drop my album, I have to go on tour, and I have like bad separation anxiety from my kids. And people would just be making it like seem like it's easy, like, oh, you could take your kids on tours with you and everything, but it wouldn't be fair. That wouldn't be fair for my daughter for me to do that for my daughter, because my daughter, she's in gymnastics class, she's in ballet. She fucking about to take hip hop dancing classes, and she likes to be around kids. And it's like for me to take my daughter on tour and shit, like it's like I'm just gonna rob her away from things that she loves to do just because I want her to be close to me and everything. But it's like a balance. And then like when it comes to music and everything, I just be feeling like I don't be liking anything. Like I don't be liking anything. Like I feel like I got so many songs and I just don't like nothing. I feel like nothing is good enough. And yeah. And I got so much fucking money saved up that I just be like, yeah, whatever the fuck. I just be like, oh, whatever. But the other day when I did my little show that y'all was fucking talking shit about, that I got paid an M for, when I was performing, every single time I perform, I don't know, like something wakes up in me, and I remember why I do this, because I love this. Like I love to perform. Performing is my passion. And before, I'm not even gonna front, like around 2018, 2017, 2016, 2015, I used to love to make music, but now making music to me has become like a job that gives me anxiety, because everybody just critique everything that I do. That it's just like, sometimes you just don't want to do something that makes you feel, that give you that much anxiety. So I just
Okay, this doesn't make any sense. Lady, ain't nobody got time for that. You the one that slept with your cheating husband. You slept with him, you got pregnant. You slept with him again and got pregnant again. So again, you did this, okay? You did this. You made the decision to sleep with your husband instead of using a condom and got pregnant, knowing that your obligation is to provide albums for your fans. Now that your children is here, now you having excuses. That is a bunch of bull crap. You don't have separation anxiety. You go on different trips. You go here, you go there around the kids. You in the clubs. You was there with Armand and Lovely T. Your kids wasn't there. You was shaking your ass. You was putting whipped cream down people's throat, and your children wasn't there. So don't give me that bunch of bull crap that you have separation anxiety of your children because you ain't no songs good enough. No, the reason why you don't want to put out your sophomore album is because it may flop. It may not sell as like it's so the first time. So that's what your biggest fear is, because you might get roasted, you might get dragged, but don't drag your children. I'm so tired of you, and I'm tired of other black women or women that use their children as a scapegoat when they got things ain't going right in their life and they scared. Instead of them calling a thing, they bring their children in. Well, my babies, what am I, my baby child? When you're going to go to the club, you leave your babies with your grandma, with the grandma. When you want to go out of town, you leave the babies with your grandma. You can do all of that, but you can't put out another album for your fan. That's disrespectful, Cardi. For all the people that donated for you to have money saved up, you wouldn't have money saved up if it wasn't for your fans, right? You didn't get that from stripping. You didn't get you couldn't even rob enough people to even get that if you were robbing people, right? You got that money saved because of the Barty gang, because of your fans. It's disheartening and sad and disrespectful for you to wait 4 years and not have a follow-up album. That is disrespectful, Cardi, and you know it is. It's sad and it's pathetic. If you come out and if it only sell 100,000, let it sell 100,000, but at least your fans will be happy that you release a follow-up album. But the more and more you wait to release it, the more you're going to dilute your chance, because already you all falling behind the girl that looks kind of weird. She looked like she was she looked like she was next door to me in a slow class. What's her name? Glorilla. It looked like she literally was one of the classmates in the slow class that I attended. She looked like she one of the girls. She looked like Pam. I used to call this Sister Pam. She looked just like we was in the slow class. The only thing is you see her with the money, you see her with the glow up, but I still see special ed. I still see it through the makeup, through the weave, do all the little weird little dancing. I still see it. Look like we was in the same class together. In my humble opinion, look like we just sat there, right? And I still really say it. She'll see it right through. See it right through. A special ed, know another special ed person. Y'all can say, "Oh no, I was a special ed." It says like I guarantee. Let's look at them high school records. I guarantee special ed teacher. I guarantee it. I sense that energy. Anyway. But you see Cardi B falling behind her, doing her little weird little dance. How to do the dance. And she just doing it, looking weird, just clout chasing off this relevant artist because, Gloria is out here relevant, doing and here you go see Cardi B. She jump on the record because she ain't releasing no album. So what she doing? She clout chasing off a relevant female artist. She out there, how the dance go, y'all? Is I'm doing it right, looking weird. And then she do all that, and then people say, well, when are your album going to come out? I have separation anxiety from my children. I know if I release my album, they're going to expect me to go on tour. So I have a whole bunch of songs. I have so much money. I'm like, come on, man. You can sell that to somebody else. I ain't believing that crap. I ain't believing that. If you can see Nicki Minaj bring her child with a known convicted attempted R word before he was not on the SO list, she had her baby with the headphones. You can do the same thing. Now your baby in gymnastics. Now your baby doing karate. Next thing you know, your baby gonna be doing piano, using all those type of school, and that baby ain't none probably in there, probably watching Caillou and Sesame Street while you in there cussing folks out, looking at Twitter and seeing who talking about you. Like, come on, sis, make it make sense. Release that album. We want to hear it. Okay. The label is getting tired of you that they have to literally invest in the big one. They had to invest in Lizzo. They literally had to invest their hard-earned money. It was all about Cardi B, but they knew Cardi B is acting weird. So they said, come on, Lizzo, lead a snack bar. You lead the all-you-can-eat buffet. Come on, let's invest in you. You can sing. It's about damn time. Yeah, there you go. About damn time. They got in the studio with her and stuff like that, and they had to give us snack budget. You got to give our snack budget. You got to give our snack a food budget. So that's definitely in there with Atlantic Records. Lizzo got a food budget. I'm just saying what it is. Because if I was her manager, I would negotiate a food budget. Turkey, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Because she in the studio, you get hungry. So it's a lot of deep dish pizza and all of that. And so again, that's why you see her now coming up doing the ranks. And what do you see Cardi B? Cloud chasing off of Lizzo. Still no album. Here we go, Lizzo. She can move around with all this SS heavy weight, and she can release good music. And here we go, Cardi B got a husband, got all, she's Latino, so she got about 80 family members that's standing there. Half of them don't even have a green card, but she have all of these people in her home, and that's qualified to watch the children. She's still using excuses. And it just doesn't make any sense. And I know I'm coming hard on her, but it's been 4 years. It's been 4 years. Where was this anxiety? Thank you. Where was this anxiety when you was out there doing the drill music, out there with the thugs, out there with the game, and all? Where was that anxiety? You ain't nothing about that. But now it's time for you to deliver. You use your children because the label might want to sue you for not keeping up with your obligation, with your contract. And so now what you're trying to play the sympathy role, it's my children, separation anxiety. You are a low down, dirty person for you to use your children as a scapegoat because you don't want to work. So you using your children as a scapegoat. You fearing that you can't outsell your first album and you're going to get dragged. So now it's the children. You bringing the children. You watch that. It's always about, my children. But when she was dancing on Armand Wiggins with no panties and showing her print of her coochie, wasn't worried about the children then. Okay? Throwing stuff all down, lovely teeth throat, doing stuff all down on my Wiggins. Though he twirling around, dancing. I love you. Taking picture of her coochie and all type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? No children in sight. The children had babysitters. The children had nannies. All said and done was there. He was looking at what other women he gonna smash, and all of that stuff was going on. You ain't saying nothing about that anxiety that night, but now you got anxiety because it's time to deliver a project. Okay. Where's the anxiety when you want to pull up and you want to fight and you want to, where you at, and do all that stuff? Like, come on, tell it to somebody else. And I speak to Armand Wiggins shame. I know he's somewhere in Paris doing all no telling what. But take a look, drag Cardi B because this woman haven't had an album out in 4 years. In 4 years. Okay? Give me a second. Somebody want to drop the link. I was wondering when y'all going to call in and drop the link. Y'all let me do all the talking, but I don't mind because it's the Wiley Show. Man. Give me a second. Somebody want me to drop them the link. I'm going to drop them the link really quickly. Okay, somebody backstage. Okay, give me a second. We're going to get to you backstage. We also have the phone lever open up. All right. Okay, we have somebody backstage. Okay. All right. Anybody else that want to come backstage? This is your time so y'all can talk. It's okay, Wiley. We know you are it's nothing wrong with being a. See, you can say I'm a flip flopper all day long, but again, Cardi B have flipped on her position. She was doing fine for the first album, and now she want to flip flop and blame the children. Okay, flip flop, you're behind on this on and come on in and talk to me, but I guarantee you won't do that. Okay. All right, I guarantee they won't do that. All right, Cardi B has flip flopped. All right, thank you all so very much. We're gonna go, and now it's the time for the people because oh my God, we've been on here an hour and 24 minutes. I don't care. We can be on here for 14 hours. How you doing?
I I am so good, Wiley. Listen, I was waiting for you or somebody to talk about Cardi B and what's going on because, I sit back and I analyze Cardi and her relationship even with her old boy or whatever. And I was wondering if you wondered or seen what I've been seeing. How about, and for the past few years, when it comes to their birthdays and holidays or whatever, they would drop bags. I'm talking about like buying, Bentley trucks and all this kind of stuff. Cardi, just talking about all the different vehicles she got, even though she don't drive nowhere because she can't. All this kind of stuff, right? Giving take off or offset or whatever, all this money and all these different lavish gifts. Recently for her birthday, there was no lavishness for the birthday.
Wow.
They did that party, which you knew because you talked about it in regards to Armand and everything with the Balenciagas and looking crazy or whatever. There was no real lavishness or real money bags dropping. And one of the things I realized and I was just observing is I think her money definitely dried up in regards to, they get that money up front. Right? They get all the bags up front. And I think they were splurging and acting out of control. Right? And now where that money at, Cardi?
Mm-hmm.
And you sitting up here talking about flexing. Oh, you made a milli off of 30 minutes. No, honey. Think about it. You didn't make that milli for yourself. You made a portion of that unless you show us real receipts where every one of those $1 million went to your account. Then I don't believe that because you have to pay staff. You have to pay for a whole lot of stuff. And on top of that, everybody gets a cut out of that money. So what are you talking about? But I just observed that and I was like, I'm glad you're talking about it because for real, she's really trying to pimp off of Glorilla. And Glorilla don't look like an easy chick to play with. If I was Cardi, I would back off because that Texas life, you down there somewhere. I've been watching, and of course, I do the spiritual thing too, where I'm watching spiritually. Like, wait a minute, something ain't sitting right because somebody reported on her recently on Glorilla and everything connected to old boy that got murked out at a cookie store recently. And and Wiley, I kid you not, I'm starting to look at the game even more different because a lot of these people ain't who they say they are. So if I was Cardi, I would just watch her. I know she's from up north or whatever, but notice she moved down to the ATL. She really don't know the ATL like that too. The people down there, I used to live in the ATL. I could tell you some stuff. It's real sneak grind down there. So she playing. She's in everybody's face. She doing this, she doing that. But if I were her, I would be very careful. And you talking about the bags that you get in, but we not really seeing it. We really not, Cardi. You're not, like you said, Wiley, where's her album? Where's her streaming? Where's anything in regards to her music? She's not doing it because obviously she went through that bankroll and she probably just stuck. She don't know which way to go. And you right, Wiley, you observant because she using them babies as a scapegoat. But guess what? You in everybody's video. Wouldn't that be the same amount of time that you would need to have a babysitter for yourself and your videos and your tours for you to be going out doing whatever you're doing? Or how about when you put your birthday party together in October? Where were the babies then?
I agree with you on that. And we will see how this is going to play out because again, 4 years that you ain't got 10 records ready to go.
Hello, there's something wrong with that because at the end of the day, some people musically and creatively, look, I'm from Brooklyn, creatively, like they can't piece it together. Like she might just be like one of those two hit wonders. And I hate to sound like that, but if you think about it, because why does she not have her own records? Look at old girl, her arch nemesis, right? Who's been in the game for years. Her man is an R, like you like to say, whatever, right? What's her name? I can't remember her name right now, but she's also from up top. Look, she stay coming out with music. Nicki Minaj, she stay, like it don't even matter. Nicki always got something like fresh. She's doing something. She's in movies. She's in videos. And then wait, here's another thing. I don't know why if you covered this. Why Cardi sat there and was like, oh, Nicki came up and stole my appearance that I was supposed to have in some movie. Remember that, Wiley, a few weeks ago or like a couple months ago?
Oh, wow.
I don't know if you covered that yet, but she even blamed Nicki for that. No, boo-boo, you're the one going to court. You're the one acting up. Nicki is getting contracts. Nicki is making moves. What are you doing?
I feel I feel at that. And again, I guess Cardi B will have fire her or her butt because Nicki is definitely working on the album herself because she
Mm-hmm.
is pissed off, depressed, probably eating a lot of fried chicken and baby back ribs,
Mm,
and ice cream because she's a big girl now. And
mm,
so, because she's depressed, she didn't get nominated for a Grammy, but now she's in the booth working on an album and do that. And so she can definitely can go on to her husband can't go with her, but that's what's
mm,
definitely what she's doing. So we got
absolutely.
to, and so when you see Nicki saying, I'm going to drop this album, surely but surely the pressure is going to be under Cardi B to really drop an album.
That's it. And I'm just waiting to find out. But I just had to drop that because I was watching and I was like, yo, for the past few years, her and her dude used to, I mean, they would go crazy with the birthdays and the Christmases and the Valentine's days, spending millions, it seemed like, on stupid stuff, flowers and stuff. But they didn't take into consideration that money dries up. You understand? They give you an advance and they actually want, and then here's another thing about the music industry. They want you to work on albums. They want you to work on your music. They want you to work on that catalog because that's what pays the bills.
I
You feel
agree.
me?
And when she said, and I remember when she was on, thank you,
You're welcome.
the Breakfast Club, and she said, "Oh, I want to co-host. Let me like, lady, how you gonna co-host? But yeah, you telling us you got separation anxiety, and
And
you want to
that's it.
co-host in New York, and you live in it. Come on now." And then she was like, "Well, the album is somewhat complete. It's gonna come out like you're sending mixed signals, lady. It's
Hmm.
pathetic. It's
She's
pathetic."
acting like Umar Johnson with the school. I just had to drop that.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. She definitely acted like Umar Johnson. Hit the cash app. Hit
Hit
the
the
cash app.
cash app. The school be ready in 2 days. Actually, it's been 13 years. I love Umar. Don't get it twisted. But at the end of the day, it's like the same type of thing. What are you guys doing? And it looks real bad on them, actually, when people sit here really believing that they're going to do something different. But that's what I wanted to say. I'm watching. I'm supporting Wiley. It's your sister out here. So let's make it happen. Let's make it do what it do.
I love you
I love
too.
you.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thank you so very much for your support.
Of course.
For that. Thank you so very much. Uh,
Yes, sir.
bye bye. Okay, we got finally we got Mr. Barbs, one of the leading barbs for Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj can't do no wrong in his eyes. He wanted to
No,
find about
Wiley, don't be doing me like that.
what he
but
meant.
listen, but listen, I want to go off on Tory for a little bit.
Okay.
Look, I think that I don't think he should be saying nothing. I think that, well, yes, it's confident, but it doesn't prove nothing really. He could be hiding behind that. Couldn't even been his statement. That could have been his lawyer statement. So I just think that everyone should just be quiet and wait for the court. And my thing is, I wouldn't come with any conclusions until we hear Kelsey's side of the story and the bodyguard's side of the story. Until then, I'm staying neutral because I don't know for sure. Because I'm gonna be real with you. Tory kind of messed up his case when he got in that fight with August Alsina because it proved to the courts that he is violent. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was just stupid. But I think he just needs to take it easy, and I think it was right for him to get off of house arrest because there was no charges against him with the August Alsina thing. So I don't even know why that happened. But anyway, Cardi B. Cardi B, she's not motivated. She is lazy. She don't want to do this second album. And because music was never her calling in her eyes, she's more of an entertainer and more of an influencer. But this is my thing, Cardi. You've been supposed to be dropping this album when WAP came out in 2020. She said that album was going to come out along with her two singles, WAP and Up, right? So it's like, Cardi, what are you waiting for? And the thing I'm coming to the conclusion is that she never had an album. I think that she doesn't want to be a true artist. She doesn't want to have like a huge catalog. She doesn't want to have like multiple albums. She just wants to drop a single, be relevant for the next few months, and then do a collaboration and be relevant for the next few months. That's all this is. I don't think we're never gonna get an album from her. I think that the only way, because it was been told that her first album, that Atlantic had to drag her into the studio to record that album. So I wouldn't be surprised if she doesn't want to do this album. I don't. It's just giving laziness to me. She's not motivated, and the only way I can see it, if she's doing this album, if Atlantic makes her, and then she has a 360 deal. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Because she should have been dropped this album. She ain't afraid. Listen, Cardi, she ain't afraid of flopping it. And this is me saying this. It ain't gonna flop. Her album is not gonna flop. Yes, it won't be as strong as Invasion of Privacy, but it could just still do solid numbers because she has a fan base. That's the problem. Sweetie didn't have a fan base and that's the reason why she flopped. Cardi has a fan base. I don't know how loyal they're not as loyal as the Barbs. You know what I'm saying? But she can get a solid. She can get a solid hit with her fan base. She got enough of a fan base. I don't know why she's afraid. I think she's just using her daughter as an excuse. She's just lazy. That's all I gotta say. Why? Thank you.
Thank you so very much. And people have a whole lot of stuff to say about it. And so in the chat, and I did not think I was going to really, really drag Cardi like I did. But hey, I felt the way I felt. Y'all put her up there too high, trying to compare where she can't compete musically. I don't want to hear from the TBH. Her last album was trash to me. I don't get the hype. I will tell you this. I actually listened to her debut. I actually always listen to her debut album because I play it a lot in my car when I drive around the city. And I love her debut album, but I'm tired of listening to the same old track. I like it like that. I like it like that. Like I'm just tired of listening to the same tracks. So I'm ready for something else. I'm ready for that next sound of Cardi. You know what I'm saying? I'm just ready for it. And I know a lot of people get tired of me saying this, but hey, it's been 4 years. We're ready. We're ready. Are you ready for a new album? Are you ready for a new album? This is go and ends with I'm just saying. Okay. I'm ready for a new sound, new vibe to hit the club. You know what I'm saying? I want to hit the club with some new Cardi B. You know, I want to see Nicki release an album. I know she got her some tough issues. She had a major blow, not being nominated for a Grammy yet again, being in her 40s and yet not nominated for a Grammy yet. For her having the #1 albums and being dominating the world for about 10 plus years, she still don't have a Grammy. So she's definitely grieving right now for not getting a Grammy because she had to quite embarrass herself. So what she's doing, she's just going into a silence. Even if you got Mr. Tay out there, he's on Instagram. I'm not sorry, Instagram. He's on his TikTok showing his teeth because he out here looking for new clients. Because you know, Nicki Minaj somewhere out there eating a good old hot pizza because she's upset that she didn't get a Grammy. She's grieving, so she's in a grieving process. So she's eating right now, eating eating ice and baby back ribs and Sprite and all type of stuff. Doritos. I sense it in my spirit that she's eating a lot of Doritos and all of that. And then she's definitely going into the studio. So we're going to definitely see how that's going to play out. Because you got Tay over there. He's over there on his TikTok with that old black hat on his head, rapping and singing and showing his white teeth and all of that. And, a lot of stuff over there on TikTok, licking out his tongue because he needs somewhere to think. He needs somewhere to do. You know what I'm saying? Because Nicki is not really doing anything for him right now. She ain't really out here putting out music. She married a man that have to be on a list and everybody know where she stay at, and have to be on there. And it's just really, really pathetic and sad. Those women are just pathetic and sad right now. Just really, really sad. Wiley, when are you going to dance the chest and jingling? So stop it. Wiley, when were you dancing your chest was jiggling? So stop it. I understand. I'm going to be able to get my my opinion about it is what it is. My chest not gonna always jingle, or jiggle. It's not. I'm gonna be in the gym working out and getting this body together, but that's not gonna stop me from giving my opinion. Okay, that's not gonna stop me giving my opinion. All right, I'm just saying. Okay, because she haven't said nothing lately. And now let me see the Black Tea blog. Was she able to post something on there on Black Tea blog? Let me see Black Tea blog. Because when Nicki Minaj go on a hiatus, Black Tea blog really Cardi B speaks on the 2018 media hate train. And if she got to talk about Cardi. Normani promised fans new album trash. Bodyguard sample. Let me see. 2 days ago, Rihanna settled fraud lawsuit. Bad Baby praises Nicki Minaj. Okay, Kiki Palmer pregnant. Ice Spice Nicki Minaj. Oh, she still put Nicki Minaj in there just because she just put her in just for the algorithm. Because Nicki Minaj ain't doing nothing regular. Ice Spice and Nicki Minaj. Lotto literally called tag the boost, and she got Nicki Minaj in there. So I think she just put her name in there. I'm surprised. Do she still be sounding like Nicki Minaj? Drop a tear. Do she still sound like Nicki? Because I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. Are you sounding like Nicki? Wiley, did you come up with the 5K for the trial? No, we're still raising. You can give your opinion, but you act like you built like The Rock or something. I could give my opinion and something like that. I will be built like The Rock. I'm giving my thoughts, and we definitely gonna have our opinion. And it is what it is. And people get upset when Wiley gives his opinions because I'm cockeyed and I'm dark skinned. If I was light skinned with a straight eye, you all won't be coming to me like y'all coming to me because y'all don't come at these other content creators when they're critical of your face and all of that. But y'all come over here and y'all be critical. That doesn't make any sense. And most of y'all probably do it. And you have your right to do it. But I have my right to get my opinion in this country. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I'm built like Marquise Wiley. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's corny to use drop a tear when that's Nicki line. No, I understand that's Nicki Minaj line. Everybody doesn't want to be a plastic surgeon regular. I get you. Drake is light skinned and people make jokes about him. Not the way they make jokes about me. Okay. Thank you. I look good. I know that, Jada. I know I look good. Thank you so very much for that. For your awesome support. Thank you. Okay. Thank you so very much for that. Okay. You could do what you want, Wiley. They're hating too. Absolutely, they're hating, and I get it, and I understand. For it. Thank you so very much. So we talked about everybody that I wanted to talk about. Also, too, I want to say this. Earlier today, I was getting emails, and people were wanting me to go to the trial. Even early today and also yesterday. They wanted me to go to the trial to the Tory Lanez and to Tory Lanez trial, right? And we are raising money. So I definitely want to say for people that do want to contribute to the show, we are raising money to get there. So again, if you have not contribute. And so we definitely get there. We're trying to get there because the deadline is by next week, so we can get to LA. We need $4,867 dollars. And so if you're contributing to the Cash App or you can contribute to the PayPal to get us to we want to get to LA. It's going to take us about $5,000 to get there to cover this trial. Okay. I don't listen to Cardi. I understand. Please, your Cardi lines and lyrics. Wait, do a 24-hour live to raise money. Oh no, I'm not gonna do a 24-hour. It ain't gonna take 24 hours live. I'm not gonna do a 24-hour. But that's a good idea to do a 24-hour live, but not right now. Hold up. Let's not do it in the comments. I ain't no Wiley. I was picking at him like he's picking at Nicki, so y'all can move around. No, they definitely give an opinion. They definitely get an opinion. Now she mad because they coming at her. You see that? And she don't like it when the shoe is on the other foot. Oh, y'all can move around. Just joking. Thank you. Welcome. And so, yeah, we're trying to get to LA. And so we definitely doing it. for that support. Talking about 24-hour live, and these main folks ain't giving $1. You're just messy. You're saying I'm messy and delusional. This is what a barb is saying. They're coming in the chat from Malago Graham's chat saying I'm messy and delusional, but yet they listen to Malago Grams for 24 hours. I will support a 24-hour live and donate $100. That's not enough for a 24-hour live. Good God, all day just for $100. You can give that right now, because we're gonna give some more content if you have it. Thank you so very much. But not a 24-hour live. We're gonna give a lot of content, but 24 hours just for $100. That's slavery. I'm just saying that 24 hours for $100. I see if you said 100,000. Man, I start the 24 hours right now. 24 hours. $100. You like the idea? I honestly wouldn't mind. Thank you so very much, Merch. Okay. Wow. Good God. For her, I thought you need to put some more zeros with that, ma'am. Googly moogly. All right. It be people on TikTok sleeping, making money. I'm about to try that. Okay, make sure y'all follow me on TikTok. I got some more videos that's gonna happen. And today I was just so busy today with content. We have been nominated for 2 awards for the Boss Babe Awards. We have been nominated for 2 awards, and I love that. Congratulations to us. We have been nominated for YouTube. Let me tell you, what will we be nominated for? Because we've been nominated for 2 awards, you guys. And this is the Boss Babe Awards. We have been nominated for 2 awards, and I want to give a special shout out for their support, for thinking of us being nominated for an award. This is our second time, getting some recognition for our show, and for the people just to come out here and to nominate us is definitely, I love that, because they did not have to do it to actually come out and send me an email. I was trying to see what we're nominated for. I think this is it right here. Okay. We were nominated for Boss Babe Show of the Year, Boss Babe Media / Blogger of the Year, Boss Babe Show of the Year, so Show of the Year, and Blogger of the Year. All right. So we are nominated for 2 awards, and I want to thank them, the committee, for their consideration for that. And the voting started in February. So once we get the voting things, I will send it to you all to vote, and that will be in February. Thank you so very much. So yeah, I was nominated for 2 awards. Thank you so very much for that, and this is such an honor to be nominated. Okay. Early today, we did a members only. Make sure y'all go check it out. All the members, if you didn't see it, go check it out. And also, we will have a special guest on members only, on the members only live. We will have a special guest on the members only live this week. I think Saturday. Wait a minute. Yeah, on Saturday. I believe on Saturday we have a special guest. Okay. On Saturday we have a special guest. Make sure you go and join us, members only, or on the Patreon. For those on Patreon and members only, y'all get the same link, same content, nothing changed. And that's for the executive producers of the EPs. We want to thank y'all so very much for coming through, and if I feel like it, we'll go live again before Saturday. So that's why you make sure you have your notifications on. Okay, thank you so very much for that. Sell humble opinion shirts or cup. Okay, I would love a 24-hour live. Yeah, I don't think we would do a 24-hour live, but we will do a live and you give. I don't think we would do a 24-hour live, because that's a lot. But we will be doing more content on tomorrow. We did a video. We interviewed the mayor of Earl, Arkansas. We interviewed a mayoral candidate that's running in Dallas. We talked about Takeoff. We did a lot of content today. So contribute. So don't contribute to the show. Invest in this platform because we've done a lot of content today. A lot of content today. And we have a lot of content planned for tomorrow. Let's switch over to the members because my name is still blocked on here. Okay. I still see you, Queen Storm. All right. You want to do members? Okay, that's fine. We should do a on location live. We have all that planned for 2023. Absolutely. That is definitely we definitely will do that. I will show y'all the camera that I have. We're ready to do it and all that. Contribute to your Fun Friday. Okay, thank you so very much. And like I said, if we don't reach the goal, we will use the resources that you all given to the show, and we will invest it back into the show. Okay. So if you know the rest of, but yeah, we're trying to go there. Yes. Yeah, we see how you look better than Nicki. I didn't say I look better than Nicki Minaj. And if I did, what? And says the person who constantly comments about Nicki, a fan. Oh, y'all talking about Nicki Minaj and all that. Bring it to the StreamYard. Just chatting and crying. Like, yeah, oh yeah, they talking about Nicki Minaj and stuff like that. I get it, girl. Ain't in school tomorrow. And this is the thing I want to say about Nicki Minaj followers. Nicki Minaj followers is a John Gacy cult. They are a cult type following. Probably not John Gacy, but I'm trying to think of a cult. They are a cult. They're a cult. Nicki can't do wrong. I've even having people that sounded like Nicki. It's very weird knowing that she do wrong, but they're blinded by her. And it's a cult. And Nicki have a hold on them. It is. They have that she can't do anything wrong when it comes to when it comes to music and when it comes to she can't do anything wrong. Oh, Nicki. Even Milagro Grams, a very highly educated African American woman, loudmouth woman, she even bowed down to Nicki Minaj, but she dragged Nicki Minaj and her daughter, dragged her husband, dragged her son, dragged her entire family, and she bowed down and she kissed Nicki Minaj's butt constantly over and over and over and over. She do it so much and over and over and over just to get that praise, but she barely can keep a video up on YouTube. They be taking it down because she be playing stuff she shouldn't play on YouTube because she got to play videos on there, and she take it down. She got to play all type of stuff on there, and I'm like, what in the world are you doing? Like that to me don't make any sense. So what are you trying to do? Send a little something. Jerome and there bring up her to prove competition to prove her behavior. Charles Mason or Jim Jones. Yeah, Charles Mason or Jim Jones. That's what I meant to say. I just couldn't get a name. Child. Okay, they definitely going Charles Mason. Like, come on, they drinking the pink Kool-Aid. Man. Like, they can't do no wrong. But I thank y'all. Yeah, her fans are just, they're very, and they're young, and some of them not even young. Some of them are old and weird. Some of them are old and weird. Love, girl, bye. Not worried. I'm still about it. Again, I'm in the internet, so I'm not worried. Girl, go to bed. Oh, they going back and forth in the chat. Oh, not the pink, the pink Kool-Aid. So that's how that goes. Thank y'all so very much for their support. I want to give us a special shout out because today I just checked the ratings in my clothes because I've been on here for about 2 hours. I just checked the ratings on Storm Monroe. We did an interview with Storm and it got 30,000 views. 30,000 views. And Dr. Umar video got 45,000 views. And Dr. Umar is one of the highly educated, one of the most requested scholar in the nation, as he say. And our video got 30,000 views. So I definitely want to thank you. One of the highest rated interviews that he did for YouTube consists of. And I thank him for giving me the opportunity for coming over there. And those that really beat us in the ratings was like fucking Aniva. Of course, fucking Aniva is a legend. And so I just think like, wow, we did such an incredible job. Wiley, again, congratulations on the interview from earlier, blogger and bigger and better things to come. The fan needs to go. I think it's broken. It doesn't work anymore. So I just want to say thank you. And we saw that. And so thank y'all so very much. I'm going to go because I'm going to sleep. And I'm going to eat me some, then go to sleep. Because we got to do it all over again tomorrow. Thank y'all so very much for y'all support. Fucking Aniva is not a legend. Yeah, fucking Aniva. I'm talking about a legend being in these streets for about 10 plus years. Definitely a legend in these streets. Almost definitely. Fucking Aniva is definitely a legend. I remember when he was on the Wigs. Definitely a legend. Wally, what is your opinion about the news anchor having an affair? We will cover that tomorrow. Thank you so very much. Because I can't cover everything in one video. We'll cover that on tomorrow. Get you some rest. Eat a big breakfast, Wiley. Thank you so very much. All rise. Thank you so very much. We will see y'all in the next video. Before we go, make sure y'all comment. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure you text the number. If you're not on the text list, make sure you text the number. You will be notified when I go live because earlier the numbers were really, really low when we started the live and then the numbers picked up. So again, we want to make sure that people are watching our videos by liking and sharing. You're going to be notified. Text Wiley at 888-534-4939. Text Wiley at 888-534-4939. Thank you so very much. We will see y'all in the next video. Make sure y'all subscribe. Special shout out to all the people in the chat. Love you. And thank you for the moderators for holding it down. Peace.